Facebook is one of the most revolutionary social networking sites of the last 10 years, and as it becomes increasingly prevalent in the lives of college students, university officials are starting to express concern about its use. Officials are concerned that it is taking time away from students to be doing other activities and it is hindering their academic and athletic performance. But our group feels that university athletic departments should not ban social networking because it allows for effective communication with others while facilitating a feeling of inclusion in the community, as well as serving as a model for others if it is used responsibly.
The benefits of Facebook are greatly apparent when just even clicking on a profile page. As students go off to college, they'll feel a sense of not connected to like their parents or friends from back home, and they can go across the country. But with Facebook, they can still share pictures, their experiences, wall posts, just talking. Also, colleges can use Facebook as a way to recruit prospective athletes by showing that like their athletes are just normal people. They're still involved in their dorm. They still have time. They're still happy. Prospective athletes will probably take more out of like seeing other athletes having a good time than just a web page that says they are. There's fan pages which serve as good advertising. The Career Center here has one. And it's easy access for prospective students/athletes. It's not really hard to find. All you have to do is search for it on Facebook. It's becoming an integral part of business/everyday life. Since email isn't checked as often, like people make Facebook pages to promote like candidates for an office in school or an entrepreneurial idea. It serves as a really good way to advertise. A well-rounded person has a social life as well, and since athletes spend an average of 3 to 4 hours a day at practice, they can't really go out as much since they have to worry about schoolwork, but they can still connect with their friends during the night, like for 30 minutes. It promotes good mental health, to feel included in a community where maybe they aren't as included physically. They can also serve as a model for other friends by promoting like the university promotes their mental health by allowing them to have a social networking site.
At our school can see a couple of examples of how Facebook has a good effect. Like for example, even though the women's soccer won the national championship, they were ranked 4th at the beginning of the season, so they were expected to do well. But like other teams, as a basketball team, at the beginning of the season it wasn't ranked. Currently it's ranked 8th, and they got 2nd place in the championship. And they have also Ben Hansborough has a Facebook page, and he could be the biggest player of the year. Also, we can also see that our school, the group of the class of 2014 has 1,800 members, and with the class around 2,000 people. So we can get like all the people from our class just linked through Facebook, which like has a positive effect on the sense of community, and we can like get more events done that way.
So if student athletes are banned from social networking sites, it may cause resentment, which provides an environment that promotes rebellious behavior, such as breaking rules and deception and behavior that overall looks worse for the university than just having a Facebook page. So student athletes are already disconnected from home, and they may feel even more left out of the community. And the emotional consequences and create poor performances in academics and athletes. And overall, the ban may not even be effective. Like if there is a law, people are going to break it anyway. So it is ineffective in preventing what it is supposed to solve, and therefore should not risk the potential consequences to the student athletes.
And some of the counter arguments that the other group brought up were that it protects players, and that it keeps them from their personal life being exposed, or like other people seeing like pictures of them doing stuff that wouldn't reflect good on the university. But if you're a college student and you're an athlete, you should have responsibility about what information you put out there and what information you don't. And the university should trust the players to be responsible enough to put out what they want to put out and not put out what they don't. And also, some of the things the other group said were that like there was a Ohio State survey or something, but I found a Northwestern survey from a professor at Northwestern who is, although I found this, it's pretty good.
Northwestern has a
Esther Hargiati, associate professor of communication studies at Northwestern, and her study found that Facebook has no effect on academic performance, contrary to earlier studies. So there you go. And I think Northwestern's a little more credible than Ohio State. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Well, Northwestern has an entire college within the university devoted to communications, and they also have the Medill School of Journalism, which is very well known for pumping out very talented and influential writers. So this study being done associated with that sort of program really strengthens the idea that maybe GPA isn't affected by Facebook.
Also that the study was done in respect that the other study had been done, that they were aware that there were other results that said that Facebook affected GPA, and they still found that it really didn't.
True.
So ultimately what it comes down to is that the university doesn't need to limit the use of Facebook by students, because students should be able to be responsible and should have the correct discipline required for using it in moderation. The university can benefit from advertising their programs on Facebook and connect it to prospective athletes, and to also build the community with alumni and current groups and fans of the program. And so that the community that it builds online can transcend into like the greater gains that the programs can have at, in performance and in attendance at games. And so the university can benefit a lot from the use of social networking, as long as the athletes using it are responsible and use it correctly.